Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Let us resume our FGO Lostbelt 6 gameplay. And yes, we are here in Edinburgh. We fought Knocknaria and defeated her. Let's see what she has to say now. So, okay, one thing, I was in the previous video, I was so confused about one of the things, which is why did Marsh not recognize Habitrod? Okay, someone mentioned this in the comments, and it is such a simple reason. Like, I never thought about it. It's because of the paradox. It's not that they cannot recognize each other. They do, but they have to keep it so that they don't know each other, so that no paradoxes happens. And it is such a simple reason that I never was able to, I probably wouldn't be able to understand the reason at all ever unless and until they actually pointed it out. But it's such a simple reason because, you cannot let the paradox happen. So you have to act as if you don't know each other. As soon as you say that, oh, I know you, yeah, it'll be crazy. Time paradox, weird stuff might happen. So, and it's such a, what can I say, like complicated feelings, because I'm one of the biggest fans of Steins Gate, and Steins Gate literally has a scene like this where Okabe Rintaro says that deceive yourself for, going to the proper future. Like, I'm not going to say much because in case there's some people who still haven't watched Steins Gate and plans on doing so, but there's a certain section when Okabe Rintaro says that to move forward, you literally have to deceive yourself so that no time paradoxes happens. And that is literally this thing. And that is one of my favorite scenes, and I'm so mad that I wasn't able to understand this. It literally never came to my head that they're doing this to prevent the time paradox. So yeah, alright, let's move on. Right, okay. It seems those would-be contenders have what it takes to compete. As the Chocolate Fairy and declare this map match is now officially underway. The taste testing shall wait. It isn't over. I thought we defeated her. What the hell? The taste testing shall take place at high noon tomorrow. Contestants will have until then to prepare their chocolate. Wow. Both contestants must use the cooking facilities provided in this cathedral and may employ up to one fairy assistant. Alright. One fairy assistant. Any questions? None here. I can't wait to get started since I already have someone in mind to give this chocolate to. Okay. I'm going to make the best chocolate anyone will taste all year. It will be better than anything Gloucester has to offer. Hang on, are we really doing this? What in the world does making chocolate have to do with choosing a leader? Their place, their rules, I guess. Everything. This has been the law of the land in Edinburgh for the past 1600 years. Oh wow. There's no such rule in real life Edinburgh. Alright, Lady Artoria, you take the Star Kitchen. Lady Knocknaria, you take the Moon Kitchen. Okay. I will prepare rooms for the night for the rest of Lady Artoria's companions. I am afraid you won't be able to talk to the contestants while they're in the kitchen, but you're free to talk outside the kitchens if you like. Alright, enjoy your chocolate making, and remember, fortune smiles on those with truly strong hearts. Okay. Wow, this is interesting. Well, at least it was nice of them to reserve rooms for us, but yeah. I wish I could go help Artoria myself, but I know you'd like me to assist with Artoria in her chocolate duel, right? Yeah, because technically she is considered a fairy, so you can. I may be a demi-servant, but the fairies seem to treat me as one of them. There you go. So that shouldn't be a problem. That would be great. Thanks for doing this. But before you get started, I'd like to go over everything we've learned so far, just as Chaldeans. Alright, let's do it. A recap. You already told us about what happened after you were sent to the past in Norwich, of course. But I still want to hear what happened to you before then and fill you in on what happened with us. Okay. And this should be a good place for a private chat, especially since Muramasa and Grimmer are in another room. Right. Okay. So that's what happened to you after we got separated. Salisbury, Gloucester, Londinium, Manchester, and then the Lake District, plus everything with the Round Table Army. Of course. Yeah. Then going to Camelot as well. I never would have guessed that Pepe was here too. And as a count of all things, I'm sure it fits him like a glove. Unfortunately, Pepe's not the only cryptor here. We saw Beryl in Camelot too. Yeah. Though it sounds like you were actually the first to run into him here. That's right, I saw him in Sheffield. That was when the whole Bogart situation. You lost the black barrel, huh? Oh yeah, and that. Bell probably took it for himself. I'm so sorry. All the time and effort you and Sean spent on it, and I just left it there. Don't worry, we can always get it back. Yeah. Again, I'm so sorry. If only I'd... Hey, you still didn't have your memories back after the Nameless Woods ordeal, right? Yeah, then there's no way you could have known. Don't worry about the black barrel, we can always track it down. The important thing is that you're still alive. Unfortunately, it looks like we won't even need it for this mission anyway. Really? I mean, if we don't have to use it, that's great, but... Okay, Charlie Profits is no slouch herself, not to mention. Yep, we have something even better than the black barrel now. What do you mean? Are Director Gordolph and Holmes coming to help us in the Shadow Porter? No. No, nothing like that. I'm talking about you, Marsh. Yeah. The Ordinax may not be working right now, but your Spirit Origin is putting out more power now than it ever has. Yeah, you're level 100, Marsh. Congratulations. It probably is probably the Tamlin rules at work. Barghest and the others were gifted the Round Table Knights' names. But you're gifted with Tamlin Galahad's name on top of already borrowing his power, giving you effectively a double Galahad bonus. Oh wow. No wonder you were able to go toe to toe with Lancelot. You're basically a high servant now, a peerless warrior among even peerless warriors. You can feel that too as a master, right, Fujimaru? Yeah, you're super Mash now. I see. Then I'll do my very super best to help. Super Mash. I wonder if someday they will have like an actual 5-star Mashes, like, you know, like Spirit Origin. Like, I remember, like, when was it? Like, it was so long ago, I remember. Like, way before I started YouTube, I was like just getting into the game. I remember in the forums someone mentioning that, oh, maybe someday Marsh, just like how, like Marsh was supposed to be a 3-star servant, wasn't she? Just like how she from a 3-star became a 4-star, maybe someday she'll become from a 4-star to a 5-star or something. But that never did happen, I guess. But who knows, maybe in the future they'll actually do something along those lines. That'll be kind of cool. Yeah, we're gonna go look around the city. You guys wanna come? Time for some recon, huh? Artoria might be busy in the kitchen right now, but we've got nothing to do. But we've got nothing but time on our hands. So, we gotta do something to make ourselves useful. How about you, Da Vinci? I'm going to sit this one out. Besides, I still have to write my report. Oh yeah, like, you know, informing Holmes. Hey, where's Marsh? Isn't she with you? Artorials needed Marsh's amazing chocolate making skills more than we did. Ah, gotcha. Gus, sounds like she's got a real shot at winning then. If it came to it, I was thinking I'd make the chocolate myself. But maybe now I wouldn't need to. Yeah. I guess because he does have Emiya's Spirit Origin, so, you know, like, his culinary skills should be good as well. You're way too easy on Artoria, you know that? Is that any way for one of the Fallen God's disciples to conduct himself? Shut up, you blue-haired dill. I love the insults he comes up with. What does that even mean? Dillweed? Okay, I have no idea. I still owe her my life for saving me from that auction. Oh yeah, that's true. Besides, I ought to be asking you why you were so easy on Nocnaria. She looked like a friend of yours or something? Actually, yes, but even though she's the spitting image of her, they're completely different people. Yeah, true. Knocknaria has been living her own life free of influence from any human history connections. I had to go after my destiny, but she took hers by the horns and made it to submit to her. I swear I've never seen such a free-spirited woman anywhere. You can't help but smile, right? Huh. Okay. You don't say. So the last queen, Mab, disappeared in the era of the High Queen 400, and Knocknaria was born 100 years ago in the era of the High Queen 1900. Wait a minute. Mab disappeared in era of the High Queen 400. Knocknaria 100 years ago. Oh wow, so Knocknaria is like 119 years old now? Okay. So this city went without a leader for about 1500 years. Yeah, that's actually crazy. That's right, I thought it was strange when I first heard about this too. Yeah, but apparently the Northern Fairies continue to live by the past queen's teachings even after she was gone. Wow. They say she told them that a new Kingland fairy would be born again one day and they were to obey Morgan until that day came. Oh, I see. Is that why they decided to deflect now that Knocknaria is born, from Morgan? Okay. Like they decided to deflect from Morgan. So what happened to the Northern Fairies after Knocknaria was born? They went right back to their old ways, of course. Things had been tense between them and Morgan ever since, yeah. For 100 years, Knocknaria has been teaching the Northern Fairies order and discipline, gradually turning them into a real army. So, interesting to see. So they actually, like, up until 400 years, when Mab still was alive, I guess they went according to Mab's, way of leadership. And then after she died, and after she said that, oh, there will be another fairy in the Kingland who will be born. Up until then, just follow Morgan's rules. So they decided to just follow Morgan's rule up until 100 years ago when Knocknaria, was born. And then they're again like, alright, enough listening to Morgan. Let's listen to our true leader. While Ainsel predicted the Child of Prophecy, Morgan wasn't the only one who was worried. I bet Knocknaria went ballistic upon hearing the news too. At least on the inside, she was probably all, I've been working towards this for 100 years now. No way I'm letting some potted backwater fairy beat me to the punch. Now I gotcha. So that's why Artoria and the Queenie hit it off so well. Is this one of your you only hurt the ones you love? I mean, they both know what's it like to bear the weight of crushing responsibility. Oh my god, that's funny. Hurt the one you love. They probably never had anyone else they could curse out without it becoming a big to-do before they met each other. They might be in completely different circumstances, but they're still equals when it counts. True. The way I see it, things are gonna work out no matter who wins the contest. So let's just let them have their fun. All that aside, you know a whole lot of things, don't you, Grimmer? Anything else you know but haven't shared? Like, say, why this place is called the Queen's City? I don't know where the name comes from. I already told you everything I could. We're a long ways from the main road now, aren't we? Oh, are we lost or something? Oh, hey guys, you out for a walk too? I don't blame you, not much to do in our hotel room after all. We thought we would take advantage of the opportunity to do some sightseeing too, especially since we almost never come this far north. Is this some kind of a back alley? Back alley? I think it's pretty obvious if you just look around, Fujimaru. Oh, are you guys new here? Welcome to Edinburgh Development Ward. Development Ward. This is where all the refugees who haven't been able to share in Lady Knocknaria's power live. Oh. Still, we are all treated as full citizens. We all have jobs and roofs over our heads, even if they are just tents. In the meantime, I'm sure Lady Knocknaria will make you guys into Kingland fairies once the war against Queen Morgan is over. So go ahead and put your tent up wherever you like. Oh, okay. If you're lucky, you might even get a job in the medical ward. Don't worry, Morse disease isn't nearly as bad as it's made out to be. can be made into Kingland fairies? Ah, is that a human? Oh no. What in the world were you all thinking bringing a human to Edinburgh of all places? If Nocnaria finds out about this, you'll all be, yeah, we know. Like, she knows that. Wait, don't tell me. Are you guys also... No, we're travelers. We're just passing through. What? We'll be leaving tomorrow, so please don't worry about us. Ah, I see. Guess I'd better get going then. Sorry for taking up your time. No way, that guy actually lives around here? There's something way too shifty about him. Yeah. It's probably one of Morgan's spies. Oh! Lot of rooms for rats like that in the big city this big. Yeah, he might be correct actually. Should we tell Nocnaria about him? Don't bother, we can't snitch on a resident on Muramasa's hunch alone. For that matter, have you noticed how all the fairies in this ward have scars on their shins? Oh. I'm guessing they're either refugees from the south, fairies who lost their purpose, or fugitives who fled the south. Fugitives. So this town's full of criminals, huh? I guess Nocnaria is either really magnanimous or she's really big on cheap labor. Wow. Maybe it's both. Every fairy becomes land when they die, regardless of what they were like in life. Every fairy becomes land when they die. Oh wow, that's deep. At first I didn't realize what he's trying to say. Wow. So having more fairies live here means that her territory will eventually expand. Oh yeah, I forgot. He means that literally, because you know, like when fairies die, they literally become the land. Yeah, that's true. Okay. That must be how Edinburgh grew out to this scale in the 1600 years since Queen Mab disappeared. There's something that doesn't add up. If fairies have been living up here for over 1600 years in the era of the High Queen, then why are the edges of Britain unchanged since the Fae era? Yeah, I guess, like... Could this city be... I wouldn't put it past Mab to do that. Turning a desolate wasteland into a prosperous city in a single generation, a next generation being born 100 years ago? I knew it, now it all making sense. No wonder Morgans left her all alone this time. Wait, just a minute. If she plays her cards wrong, Nocnaria could end up becoming a calamity herself. Can you please explain? Like, what are these cryptic words? I'm trying to understand what she's saying. So... Wait, fairies have been living in... Yeah, I have no idea. Let's see. Have a trot? Nah, I'm probably... Oh my god. Just overthinking it. There's no way that could actually be the case. Anyway, let's head back, Red Rabbit. I'm all wasteland up ahead. It's all wasteland up ahead, so there's nothing more to see here anyway. Wait, let me think. Something doesn't add up. If fairies have been living here for 1600 years in the area of the High Queen, yeah, 400 to 2019, yeah, 1600, in the era of the High Queen, then why are the edges of Britain unchanged since the Fae era? True, because, you know, like, they literally become the land, so... Could this city be? I wouldn't put it past Mab to do that. Turning a desolate wasteland into a prosperous city in a single generation, next generation being born 100 years ago? I knew it, now it all making sense. No wonder Morgan left her alone. If she plays the cards wrong, Nocnaria could end up becoming a calamity herself. No, I have no idea. Okay, let's move on. I see, and I take it you're going to ride on my back again? I was the one who said it won't be in any trouble, but that was before I knew you were much heavy. Heavier than you look. That's cause I got substance when it counts. Just you wait, once I eventually grow up, old Happy Cat's gonna have the most hanging bod you'll ever see. Aren't you the type of fairy who never gets any older? Anyway, I wouldn't wander around here too much if I were you either, Fujimaru. I don't know why Nocturia lets you off the hook, but if you run into any northern fairies with long memories, they won't think twice about ganging up on you. Well, I'll beat them up. You know, like I have my servants with me. Or I don't know, I'll probably get arrested if that happens. If we start having a brawl out in the city, yeah, that'll be a troublesome, I guess. Oh yeah, I guess you'd know more about that than I do, since I only have the first Grimmer's nose to go off on. Tell us something, Habitrot. The Northern Fairies used to be the first group of fairies who coexisted with humans, right? True? Like in the War of Summer and such? Yeah, like I do wonder why is it that they hate humans if they actually coexisted with them? Like I remember saying how the Northern Fairies were the only ones who took in humans as their like actual like partners and spouse, unlike the Southern Fairies who literally use them as slaves. So they should be more tolerant towards humans, shouldn't they? So I don't know, why is it? So why does Nocturia hate them so much now? Yeah. I was wondering about that too. What do you mean? You don't even know that? Alright, I guess I can tell you. It all goes back to what happened about 4,000 years ago during the War of Summer in Fae Era 2000. Okay. Queen Mab invaded Britain from the Western Island and drove the other clans to the brink of extinction. Word has it that Ashton stepped in, convinced Mab to back down and reconcile with the clans, and had her and her people officially be recognized as the King clan. But that's not exactly the whole truth. For one thing, Mab would never agree to reconcile with the clans when her victory was already assured. True? Yeah, good point. I always thought that story spun things a little too neatly for the other clans. Wait, don't tell me... Yep, Mab snatched defeat from the jaws of victory right at the very end when her human right-hand man and husband betrayed her. And of course, Ash wasn't about to pass up a chance like that. She backed Mab into a corner when she suddenly, writhing in pain, and gave her the thrashing of her life. Oh my god. Then she made her swear to join the other clans and never attack Britain again. Well, that is actually bullying. I guess not, because technically she is also, attacking others, but when it rains it pours, eh? I know that kind of underhanded tactic is part of the course when it comes to war, but still. Lord, no wonder she hates humans so much. Heck, I wouldn't be surprised if she wants to wipe them all out. Yeah, well... Nah, Edinburgh would never be this grand of a city if she just wanted to wipe humans out. I think the real question that story raises is, why was she writhing in pain? Yeah. Oh, okay. Right. Okay, let's see who won the choco making contest. Is it over? Hopefully. That night in Fujimaru's room. Wonder who that could be. Come in. Oh, Smash. Excuse me, senpai. I'm back on temporary reprieve from chocolate duty. But this chocolate battle is very heated, so I can't stay long. Okay. Heated, huh? I think I can guess how things are going. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like you to answer a question for me. What shape do you think would be best for chocolate? There's a lot to choose from, but I think I'd like to I'd have to say something standard. I knew it. Thank you, senpai. That was very helpful. Okay, I'd better get back to the battlefield. Sleep well, senpai. Okay. What the? Who is it? Come in. Yo! What the hell? Why are you bouncing in it? It's okay, human. There's nothing to be afraid of. I'm Aiken, Lady Knockneria's faithful soldier. Yeah, that was unnecessary. Why the hell did you barge in like that? Lady Knockneria has just finished the 8th step of her chocolate recipe and is currently taking a break. Once she's finished, she'll be up all night working on steps 9 through 19. What? 19? Okay. But for now, she'd like someone to talk to when she takes her break. Yes, of course, I mean you. There's no one else in this room. Just accept that there's no getting out of this and come with me. And don't even think about trying to escape by jumping out the window. Okay. Needless to say, a fairy in Lady Knockneria's position has many things to consider at times, so this break she's taking is on a strictly need-to-know basis. There won't be any guards keeping watch, as this is as far as I go to. Don't worry, Lady Knockneria's hatred of humans may be famous, but she's still not as unreasonable as a night call. Oh wow, that seems very helpful. As long as you hold your breath, keep quiet, and... Okay, wait. Stay perfectly still and never speak except to agree with her. You might just make it out of there alive. Alright then, good night and good luck. Okay, wow. There you are. I did not expect you to come alone. What? You told to come alone, so... Have you been enjoying the Edinburgh nightscape? We may not be as fancy as Gloucester, but I'd like to think our main street is still a pretty sight. What? Just a little bit on the way here. Okay. Oh, what am I saying? Of course you did. I can tell from the sparkle in your eyes. That's the look of someone who picked up a beautiful insect thread scarf before stopping by a cafe for a chocolate-infused cocktail. Wow. My Edinburgh really is the best, isn't it? Just look at how it's even entranced the foreign mage with its charms. But I digress. I invited you here for a very specific reason. Tell me about the outside world, what Morgan called proper human history. Oh, there's a lot of people who wants to know about proper human history. First, Gawain, now her. I don't care about it, of course, but as the queen of the northern fairies, I need to at least be familiar with it. Or are you so scared to be here without your companions that you can't even speak? I just spoke. What? Foreign mage or not, you're still just a weak little human after all. You could never be the one to make a call about whether to leak classified info to an enemy on your own. Okay, let me start with Galia. Oh my god. There we go. Wow, it's been an hour. And that's about the long and short of it. Hang on, you covered all that stuff so eloquently that it was easy to follow along. I need you to stop there for a moment though. I need to process all of that. There's Caldia, heroic spirits, Lostbelt's proper human history. Okay, I've basically got it. Looks like there's not much point in thinking about this stuff now, is there? This is the kind of thing I can worry about after Morgan's been defeated, right? Yeah, I guess. Exactly, there's no need to get into it now. That's fine then. Thanks for the valuable info. You have my gratitude. The gratitude of a queen. A good ruler does more than just wage war with their enemies, you know. They also need a plan to rule their nation after they've won. I know Britain isn't really surrounded by a sea of nothingness. There's actually a much larger world out there beyond the water. Of course, fairies typically hide in the woods and don't mesh well with the human world. But with the right motivation, there are a lot of ways to get around that. I can't believe there's still so much to do even after things are wrapped up here. I can't wait to get started. Are you talking about expanding a chocolate factory? That's right. If there's another world that rich in resources, I'll have to make another Western island. Oh wow. And pay this, you called it North America, right? A little visit. I guess that means you and I will be enemies again when that happens. That should be fun. She really is like mad. There, you just made the face again, just like the one you did when you made that weird comment about my chocolate fields. Why is it that Is there a version of me in your world too or something? Yeah, I guess. Wait, on second thought, don't answer that. I really want to know about this other me, but if I find out now, it's going to make me throw a tantrum. Oh crap, now I really want to tell her. Yeah, that was close. But I managed to preserve my queenly dignity. I don't think that's... dignity preserved, because if anyone saw that, I'd have them executed. Okay, before they can tell anyone. I saw nothing, Your Majesty. Very good, a perfect response. Still, maybe I should at least ask you this. Let's say another version of me did exist in your world. In her final moments, was she not betrayed by her lover? Did she remain a cold-blooded queen to the end? Oh, is she like talking about... she's talking about Mab, isn't it? She like, kind of trying to, make a connection. Because you were fighting for a side, you were also... Okay. I see. Well, of course I was. There's no way I of all people would ever die of a broken heart. Yeah, you died because of cheese, so... So what kind of valiant... Oh no! Hey, this would be funny if Fujiwara actually tells her. What kind of valiant warrior defeated me? There must have been a really strong fairy, right? Ah, cheese, as in stuff made from sheep's milk and eat with bread. So there's a cheese fairy in your world. Maybe they are related to Ike and Drum. The cheese was just a method, a human slung it. Wow. Wait, okay, calm down. We don't have fairies like that. It's not that a human killed a fairy. Like, both were humans. I feel like she's going to get angry at the fact that a human killed him or something, her or something in the other world. But no, everyone's are humans. At least, she should try to understand that first. Oh no, she is going to take this in such a weird way. Like, yeah, like, so that other me was killed by a human, that's what you're telling me. Yeah, that is true, but, like, everyone's a human. Like, it's not that, like, okay, I don't know. She's taking this in a weird way. Did you just take all that trouble to tell me such a ridiculous story, even knowing how much I hate humans? It's how that particular queen met her end. Okay, wait, what? It's not ridiculous at all. Let me just pick this. Are you kidding me? You can't say that kind of thing with a straight face. It's a total mood killer. Then again, it was a human that was responsible for the last queen's downfall too. I guess when you're big enough, even little pebble can trip you up. Yeah, but Med was also a human, so... Thinking about it that way, I could see my other self getting killed by a human, and hey, at least she wouldn't have to put up with any weird curses afterward. Curse? Wait! Oh, does she have like a curse or something? I think so. Is that why she is... Wait. Would the last queen's downfall have anything to do with... That's right, losing a lover hurt her so badly that she couldn't fight anymore, which led to Ash beating her. Mab put too much trust in humans. She thought they were the same as her, and so she loved them too much. She charged into battlefield with her most beloved soldier by her side. She did his best to keep up with her, but he couldn't make it to the end. Just when they had won their final battle against the clans, Mab turned, intending to celebrate with him, only to see her beloved draw his final breath. Oh, wait. You charged into battlefield with the most beloved soldier by her side, to keep up with her. Wait, what about the betrayal? It's no surprise, really. Of course, a mere human could never keep up with a fairy, let alone an Aerie like Mab. Oh, Mab was also an Aerie, okay. But he still promised to stay with her, and he broke that promise. That was his betrayal. Oh, I thought it was like someone like stabbed her in the back or something. I don't know. That was when Mab lost the will to fight. The moment she realized how foolish she has been and how much that soldier had really loved her. I see. So it's very interesting to understand. Like it wasn't because she like hated or loathed humans that she decided to stay away from humans, but she was fearful of the fact that their lifespans are so like different, and how they like humans beings live like maximum like 100 or so years. However, fairies live for almost a long time. So it's not that it was like bitterness or hatefulness or loathsome feelings that made her not like humans, but the fact that she's fearful that if she likes humans, she'll again go through the same pain, that kind of thing. The moment she realized how foolish she had been and how much that soldier had loved her, still her broken heart was healed up by the time the era of the High Queen came around, and she soon set her sights on ruling all of Britain. Mab then retired after she built Edinburgh, and no new King Clan fairies were born for a long time. Wait a minute, is she talking about Uther? No, Uther was poisoned, wasn't he? Yeah. Like, there was like that scene where you remember when Ash said that, oh, like Uther is going to marry Mab or something like that, and then that whole thing happened where Uther gets poisoned or whatever. So I was thinking, like, is Mab, like, is this particular person who she's talking about, is that Uther or is it someone else? Mab then retired after she built Edinburgh, and no new King Clan fairies were born for a long time. She left a hole for about 1500 years until I came along and filled it. I am the second King Clan fairy ever. I inherited Mab's power and am truly worthy of being queen. I am a truly great fairy. I hate humans because they are useless in war. I am not going to make the same mistake Mab did. I am going to defeat Morgan with my clan alone. That's why I don't need Artoria's round table army getting in my way. It's an eyesore at best. I'd make your peace soon if I were you. Once I win tomorrow's duel, all humans will be mine to do with as I please. And I'm going to put you all to work in my nice safe chocolate factory with full benefits until the day you die. Oh wow. I'm not worried, Artoria is going to win. Besides, humans aren't as exactly, like the fact that she said that nice safe chocolate factory, like she is the same thing, like that Map thought, like, oh, like the fear that is that human beings will die. That is why I'm not going to get close to them in case I get hurt by that. That is like her logic of, like hating humans. It's not hate, but fear stemming, like being the reason why she doesn't like humans. And like, even though Nocnaria is trying to act nonchalant and kind of like the same, it's pretty like obvious that she's also trying to kind of not involve humans in this war so that they don't die. Because yeah, as she said, the whole situation with Mab was also that the human tried to keep up with her in the war, but her being a fairy, she was able to withstand a lot more, and then when she looked around, she saw the human die. So this made her realize how different and like how, as Fujimoto says here, fragile humans are. So that's why she doesn't want any humans to do anything with war. Same thing Nocnaria is trying to do here. She doesn't want to involve any humans in the war, and that's why she's like, oh, humans are useless, I don't need them. After I beat Morgan, then they'll be safe here in my chocolate factory or whatever. Like, she doesn't want to involve humans in this whole thing, in case they die. Besides, humans aren't as fragile as you think, Nocnaria. Okay, break's over. I'd better get back to work. Enjoy your freedom while you can, Fujimaru. This is the last night you'll have it after all. Okay. I'd better get to bed. Oh boy, I feel like someone's going to knock on the door again. Let's see. Now, who is it? Come in! Oh god, I got a bad feeling about this. What's happening? Oh, okay, it's you. Made you look. You totally thought I was knocking on your door, didn't you? Well, this time I came in through the window. What the hell is this? You know that whole that whole prank you see, like especially on Twitch, where they like in like donations they send like a knocking sound, like that banging noise, and most of the times like streamers kind of look back and they're like, who the hell is knocking? Like even sometimes watching those things, even I get confused and kind of look back like, who the hell is knocking on the door? Was that what Oberon was trying? Okay, Oberon. Easy there, keep your voice down. It's very late, you know. And what's more, I'm traveling incognito today. If anyone asks, I was never here, okay? Okay. Why incognito, you ask? Okay, it's partly because I got tired of being Roundtable Army's errand boy and ran off for a while. Oh wow. Really though, is that the Fairy King never stays in one place for too long? And then the real reason is that I was worried about you guys. I mean, we're all friends now, right? Of course, I'm going to worry about you. So on that note, I hope you don't mind that I'm here. So, good evening, Fujimaru. Congratulations on ringing the fourth bell. We could hear it all the way back in Londinium. The Roundtable Army's morale has never been higher. Yes. Percival's made a seat on the table for any Fan Clan fairies who want to come over from Oxford. Garrett's been having a great time in Londinium with the kids. They've finished tilling a new field. In fact, Brigham seems to be up to something, which worries me, I admit. But all in all, the South has been relatively stable so far. Of course, whether it stays like that is all up to you guys. You're here to talk to Nocturia, right? I've been hearing rumors about tomorrow's map match all throughout the city. If Nocturia joins forces with the Child of Prophecy, that'd be a huge boost to our chances against Camelot. Yeah. Once Nocturia agrees to an alliance and Arturia rings Oxford's bell, we could begin our attack on Camelot in around 3 days. But what about the sixth bell? Yeah. I'm sorry, I've been looking everywhere for it, but still no luck. Oh. Still, the bells of pilgrimage are meant to show that the clans have recognized the Child of Prophecy. And since the last one, the Mirror Clan, is gone now, there arguably isn't much point in ringing theirs. I feel like that'll be like I don't know, like that'll be like an important point later on, that the Mirror Clan's bell. I do wonder. So I think just 5 bells ought to be enough. Wait a minute. Mirror Clan. Okay. Huh. Those bells. Something bothering you? Arthur has been getting more stressed with every bell she rings. Yeah. I see. Well, that makes sense. You know how she gets stronger every time she rings a bell? At first I thought that meant she was growing. No, but I've realized that it's actually more unlocking her latent power. Yeah, like, I kind of realized that. I think the Fairy of Paradise is probably born with her true power essentially bound, and the bells of pilgrimage are a means to break those bonds. Yeah. They probably also restore the knowledge and memories she has always had, but were locked away all this time. Every time Arturia rings a bell, she learns more about her duty and her destiny. Now that she's rung 4 of them, she probably is a completely different person from who she was when we met her in the Nameless Woods. How so? By now she must have much stronger sense of duty, and I'm sure her priorities must have shifted a lot too. Yeah, I can see that, she does have like a little bit of a change in personality, I can see. She probably is making decisions based on what Child of Prophecy should be doing, rather than what she herself actually wants. Yeah. Am I wrong? I don't think that part of her has changed that much. Is that so? Well, in that case, I guess it's a good thing. So, she's so naturally stubborn. Still, I can tell you're concerned about her and that you're keeping your concerns to yourself, so as not to worry her. Nah, I kind of agree with Oberon. Kind of. Like, yeah, obviously the way Oberon is saying, like, oh, she's probably making decisions based on what the child of prophecy should be doing rather than what she herself wants. I feel like he is kind of correct. Her responsibility sense did seem to increase a little bit. However, yeah, you know what? I also do agree that it's not that she has completely changed. There are changes in her, but not that much of a drastic change. Yeah, there are changes, but her core self is still herself, which I agree with Fujimaru on. But there has definitely been a few changes that we can see that. Do you remember what I said before? When? In this Lostbelt, you and I are bystanders. Our role here is to just see things how they play out. Yeah, exactly. I remember that. Well, it's still true. We cannot save Britain, and we cannot save Artoria from her destiny. And even Morgan said the same thing, that these, like the foreign mage and all of them, they are not qualified to fight me. You are. You are someone who, if you are able to defeat me, you won't sin. Like defeating me won't be like, like you can't do that, and you should be the one who's doing that. You should grab your own destiny and not like borrow other people's. Like, they cannot fight the battle behalf of you. You have to fight your own battles. Once we acquire a means of fighting the foreign god, the best thing we can do is put this place behind us. That being said, I really respect your determination and your commitment. And I'm not just talking about to Chaldea, I'm talking about every step you've taken to get here. Once Morgan has been defeated, if you still want to save Britain, if you still want to help Artoria, I'll support you however I can, even if it means going well out of my way before helping proper human history. Do you think it's okay to say how I really feel? Of course it is. When you get right down to it, the only ones who can do really big things are those who work hard for what it is they want. Trust me, I've come to this far on my own too, so I have some idea of what that feels like. Yeah, I can agree to that. The only ones who can do really big things are those who work hard for what it is they want. Yeah, something that you would want to do. I mean, you've been working so hard for so long. I think you're entitled to put at least a tenth of that effort into indulging yourself. Thanks. Artoria is another matter, though I have no intention of indulging her. You know how she's incredibly competitive but has almost no self-esteem? Yeah, not a great combination. True. If you don't keep her in line with her sense of duty, she's liable to go completely off the rails. I can see that, like that's a very valid point, because someone who has a very big competitive streak and doesn't have what's that word? Self-esteem. Yeah, self-esteem. Yeah, that's a very not a great combination indeed. You will be competitive, but you won't be confident in yourself. Yeah, that's a recipe for disaster, And that's why he's saying that we have to keep her tied in with her sense of duty, otherwise it'll be a mess. Like, she's continuing to do this because it is her duty. If we leave her alone to her devices, at least with her personality being like this, yeah, she'll kind of go off the rails. You really are hard on Artoria, aren't you, Oberon? Of course I am. You would be too surprised. You would be too if you spent so much time worrying about her as I do, only to have her go and do something you never expected. I don't even know how many times I've had to pull strings from behind the scenes anymore. If only she'd grown up more like a docile princess and less like a wild boar. Wow. I mean, I'm sorry. That's a more personal preference than anything else. Honestly, well, I think Artoria's just fine the way she is. There's certainly never a dull moment when she's around. Well, now I know how she really does like her. Anyway, that's enough chitter for today. In fact, crap, I've been talking for too long. I need to go back in Londinium by morning or they'll know I've skipped off. Bye. Are you sure Artoria isn't your Titania? No. Oh, I don't know about that. I mean, I'm always on the lookout for her even now. Oh wait, it is... Yeah, I completely forgot about the fact that he said he's looking for Titania. Went out of my mind completely. Wait, so I guess because she is technically the fairy from paradise, so okay. I don't know about that. I mean, I'm always on the lookout for her even now. But even in a story with a guaranteed happy ending, she's only the very smallest of bit players. She's a convenient plot device forgotten as soon as it's no longer needed. No one ever gave a thought to her happiness when all was said and done. But that's the life of a side character. You cannot stop to worry about every little thing or the whole world will fall apart. True. You can't expect that kind of imagination from a reader or even from the playwright writing their script. Yeah, that's true. Besides, it's all just a fairy tale. She was born to be forgotten with the turn of a page. So, it's okay. My queen is the sort of a woman who shouldn't ever actually exist. Okay. Right, we're going to have a battle here. We can see, don't know what type of battle, but whatever it is, let's do it. Damn, these sections are long as hell. What the hell? Okay, morning. Time for the map battle of whatever it is called. Oh wow, there's a lot of food here. What the hell? Good day, distinguished guests, and thank you all for coming. This is the moment you've all been waiting for. The Valentine map match to determine which of these two fairies is prouder, more dignified, and just overall better than the other. Okay. This isn't quite what I expected. The Moon Kitchen, we have Lady Knockneria, leader of the Northern Fairies and daughter of the last queen. Damn, is that all chocolate she's carting around behind her? There's almost there to make a chocolate Ortinex. In the Star Kitchen, we have Lady Artoria, the child of prophecy, who has made even Queen Morgan sit up and take notice. Uh-oh, is that stuff she's carrying behind her really chocolate? Even Marsha's shield looks more appetizing. Wow, that's so... that is mean. You know. And both contestants ready? Oh, are both contestants ready? You now have 1 hour to complete your finishing touches here in the cathedral. Remember, chocolate is toxic. Be sure to go out with a fiery finish. Damn. Go on, Star Kitchen, you can do it. Please direct your attention to Lady Knockneria in the Moon Kitchen. Why? What? As you can see, she is both calm and unhurried, even as she remains constantly in motion. Oh wow, she's a commentator here, okay. A sure sign of someone with eyes on the prize. When I stopped by her kitchen this morning for a comment, she said, and I quote, "My chocolate isn't merely a delicacy, it is art designed to melt your very soul." And looking at how it's coming along now, I believe it. I only wish all of you in the mezzanine, I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce it, could see this too. You can't even see it from the ground floor. Don't you guys have any screens around here? Unfortunately, only those in the box seats can see their action unfold for themselves. If that interests you, we can always reserve one for the next map match for 60,000 more pounds. No. 10 times the price of a mezzanine seat, Sounds fair. Next, please direct your attention to Lady Artoria and a dazzling collaboration with her assistant in the Star Kitchen. Is that a cake? I've never seen such wonderfully intricate decorations on one before. Her assistant is practically glowing with magical energy. I mean, sheer concentration. In the midst of all that chaos, she's adding details down to the millimeter. What an absolute man woman. We may have a dark horse on our hands. Word on the street was that Lady Knockneria was a shoe-in to win, but at this stage, it looks like the odds may actually be favoring the star. Oh, it already looks good enough to eat. You really are great at this, Marsh. Okay, now to add a pinch of my secret ingredient. Oh no, she's going to mess it up, doesn't she? Yeah, Are you an idiot? What did she do? Did she like start hitting the cake or something? Ahem. I do beg your pardon. Please continue to enjoy this unique form of chocolate making. Okay, what the hell? So we should just run for it now, right? Nah, I can't believe I'm saying this either, but we still don't know how this is gonna go. Valentine chocolate is more about the feeling than the flavor, right? So there's still a chance she could pull ahead. Flavor's pretty important too, though. Yeah. Time's up. Alright, contestants, let's see what you've got. First up, Lady Dr. Ria in the Moon Kitchen. Let's see. How does her chocolate look like? Where is it? Magnificent! Truly magnificent. The sheer artistry and technical skill on display is a sight to behold. This chocolate, Edinburgh Castle with a special 19-layer coating, perfectly captures the dignity of the Queen. If ever there was a chocolate to take its recipient's breath away, this is it. Though I think actually receiving this could be too much in way more than one. It's all true, of course, but there's no need to be that effusive with your praise. I couldn't have done this without my capable assistant, Iker Drum. Thank you, Lady Lochnaria. Now, it's time to see what Lady Artoria's made in the Star Kitchen. I can't imagine why you made such a bold choice for your chocolate, but let's see it anyway. Oh, there you go, heart-shaped. It's a normal heart shape, thank God. No, it can't be. What? Oh, wait, just a minute. No, I guess. What the meow? What's the meaning of this? What's happening? Who? What's with this reaction? Yeah. I understand how you feel, everyone. I'm right there with you myself. But as your MC and as the judge, it falls to me to be the first one to say this, so I will. What an incredible shape. It's smooth, plump, and seems to be practically pulsing with warmth. Yeah, I was thinking about this. Like, I guess they don't have a concept of heart here. Because, I don't know. Like, I was going to say, like, do they not know what a heart is? Because, you know, they're fairies. And the fact that humans are manufactured, they don't really have a heart, if you think about it in that way. So I was thinking, do they even have any concept of a heart? Now that's what I call a Valentine. We are all witness to the birth of an all-new chocolate design. Huh? And like I said, it kind of makes sense that, you know, like, heart is such a weird thing for... Woohoo! What power, what strength! I can feel my blood boiling with excitement just looking at it. I simply have to ask you, Lady Artoria, how did you come up with such a design? I'm pretty sure Marsh told her. Because Marsh asked, Senpai, Fujimaru, what shape you prefer. Why did you abandon the lovely cake your assistant made in favor of this? That shape is the Northern Fairies' most venerated symbol. It means prove thyself the strong. Oh, really? The strongest. What made you think to use it for your chocolate? Are you some kind of genius? Oh no, definitely not. Masters taught me how to make it, that's all. There you go. She said it also represents the heart, even though it looks nothing like a real one. Yeah, I guess. And since it's so simple to make, it's easy to put your own heart and soul into it. Easy to put your heart and soul into. What a beautiful expression! I can't believe I of all fairies forgot about the single most important thing that goes into chocolate. That's right, it doesn't matter how expensive your ingredients are or how fancy the brand is, what truly matters is the feelings you put into it. While Lady Nocturia's chocolate is undoubtedly more beautiful to look at and surely more delicious, there's no question that Lady Artoria's chocolate is the clear winner when it comes to sheer passion. As for the moment, I have nothing but the highest respect for her. And so, we have our winner, Lady Artoria of the Star Kitchen. Yay. That's it, Artoria, you finally found your own forte, taking credit as a mentor despite being completely uninvolved. Well, I'll be damned, I had no idea you had an ace like that up your sleeve. Would you consider selling me the rights to that idea? No. You did it, Artoria. It's all thanks to you, Marsh. This makes the 212th practice chocolate we made worth it. Ah, here we go. Is there no concept of a heart in this Lostbelt? There you go. Sure looks that way, yeah. Like, I was thinking maybe that's the case. Either that or they just don't associate with that symbol with the heart or the soul. Yeah, because true, like I guess like the original heart doesn't really look like a heart shape. It's a bit different. But yeah. I mean, just look at Nocturia's magical energy aura. Oh yeah. True. I forgot about that. Those things that are coming out from her back. Alright, she can see it herself, can't she? Yeah. That doesn't make any sense. The castle should have won no matter how you slice it. How did they make that into some kind of feels-good story? Well, that's how it goes. Now, let's just call this a one-of-a-kind fluke victory. Besides, knowing Nocturia, I'm sure it'll just be a matter of time until she incorporates heart shapes into the next beautiful cast. Huh? Oh no. Artoria, how come your chocolate looks like it's pounding? Do you do something to it? Just to be sure, it's not about to explode, is it? Oh my god, what's happening here? Of course not. Not even Artoria would mistake gunpowder for sugar. Hey, this is some high-level stuff. In anime, people mistake sugar for salt, or salt for sugar. She mistakes gunpowder for sugar. That's crazy. Nope, I definitely didn't. Trust me, I tasted every ingredient and only put in the yummy ones. What? All of them? Okay, wow. All of them? What exactly do you mean by all of them? I mean all different ingredients, of course. You guys had so many good ones to use that it would have been a waste not to use them, right? Oh my god. It's true, I saw it myself. While Marsh was cleaning up mixing the bowls, Lady Artoria used some shifty technique to squeeze all the ingredients into the chocolate. Wow. That gave the chocolate a massive amount of magical energy, fusing its ingredient and crafting a new life form. Yo, we'll have to fight. Oh my god. And now, as you can see, it's created a calamity that threatens the entire world. Yo, this seems like some kind of weird event story. You know, like the event stories that we get in FGO? The Child of Prophecy made a super weapon. Run for your lives. Yeah, let's just go and throw this in Morgan's castle. It's damaging my cathedral and it's turning my fairies into chocolate. What the hell? Is this a continuation for the Valentine's event? What in the world were you thinking? You can't just mix in anything and everything. Let me guess, you're the kind of fairy who thinks anything that takes 10 minutes at low heat to cook can be cooked in 2 minutes at high heat, aren't you? Nonsense. Master, we need to fight to preserve Artoria's honor. I mean, to cover up the evidence. Some hearts just can't be saved. Nice turn of phrase there, Marsh. Oh boy. But please don't beat it up too badly. I promise it should be really yummy. Okay, let's take care of this. Ah, boy. Misbegotten monstrosity. What? Okay. Oh, sorry. inflict death during normal attacks. What the hell? What type of... Yo! Oh my god.
あまり悩ませない死をこうしてあげるもの手に入らないイノベーション始めます暗き水
Wait a minute. Okay.
宝具をいい判断です それは絶えず見た滅びの最果てにありながらトリガースのロードツキャメル死になさいアコーロ光栄の本気です自由に振る舞いすぎたよ ぶっ込むわよ好き放題扱ってあげましょう
Oh, I don't need this. Yeah. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, let me keep this.
目に映るものすべてを灰にこの私がないでそれは絶えず見た滅びの最果てにありながらトリガースのロードツキャメルジェイルが落ちて内側あまり悩ませないさてどこから潰したものか式をこうしてあげる食べなさい目をよく言いました死になさいアコーロモルゴー光栄の人間の火力ではどうあっても私には及びませんおとなしく我が社に入いいね我が軍
Yep. There you go. That is that. Yo. Nocnaria, look out! Huh? Nocnaria. Damn. Five years ago in Gloucester, an incident took place several days after my humiliating experience at the Farium. Wow, you're a Kingclan fairy, Nocnaria. I've never seen one of you before. Damn, she looks so different with her hair down, like ponytails. Well, that's no surprise. I don't have any subjects in the south yet. But just you wait, one day all the south's major cities will be home to Kingclan fairies. That's what the northern fairies all want, and it's the destiny I've inherited from the previous queen. So you're carrying one of the last queen's purpose, huh? But you're only Kingclan fairy, or the only Kingclan fairy around, right, Nocnaria? So even if you do get the northern fairies to move here, that doesn't mean there'll be more Kingclan fairies. Yeah, true, but sure there will. Any fairy I share my blood with becomes part of the Kingclan. Oh, huh. Is that some sort of a mindset thing? Like the difference between being a bully and a victim? Wow. Wow, you're just the worst at analogies, aren't you? Queen bee and drones were right there. Or even a king and her vassals? Anyway, there's always only been one Kingclan fairy, and since the Kingclan began. Oh, really? Interesting. Mab was born from the corpse of the many northern fairies who were killed in the War of Spring. Ah. Sure, their bodies became part of Britain itself when they died, but they also refused to be reborn as next generations? Well, it was more like since there was no land where they would have been born, they would have just died and been born again right away. So rather than subjecting themselves to the cycle like that, they decided to pour all of themselves into a single king. Oh wow, that's crazy. Interesting. And that's why there is always like one singular king clan fairy. That king was Map, the great fairy. She was kind of like the Northern Fairies version of Queen Morgan. Map was all of the Northern Fairies combined into a single fairy. Her rules focused on control and prosperity. That allowed her to share power with anyone who swore loyalty to her. So she did just that with fairies who sought her out and created a place for them all to live on the Western Island. Of course, creating a whole island took a lot out of her, so she was pretty weak by the time it was done. It just goes to show you never know what life has in store. If Mab hadn't grown weak, she would never have taken on the bodyguard who eventually became her spouse. A spouse? And let me tell you, they could barely keep their hands off each other. It was like a never-ending spring. And that's why you should always avoid spring. Stick to autumn and winter. At any rate, anyone who swears loyalty to the King clan gets to share in their power. Alright, that makes sense. That means any fairy who's given some of my blood becomes part of the King clan for as long as they remain loyal. As the queen bee, I have my drones show their loyalty by performing labor, and the drones in turn get my power for themselves. So, the more northern fairies I bring together under my command, the more the King clan grows in number. I see. So, when you share your power, does that mean eventually that power comes back to you? No, it doesn't. That's the one big downside to this system. I don't lend them my power, I give it to them. Oh. Wait, so while she's sharing these powers, does she become weaker the more vassals she has? Like, that would mean that's the case, isn't it? So the more King clan fairies I make, there you go, the weaker I become. She just answered my question. Alright. But obviously that wouldn't be sustainable, right? Yeah, like how does she... So of course, Map thought of a solution. She expanded her Fae domain to encompass all of Britain and made a new rule to go with it. As long as the subjects remain part of the King clan, the clan's combined power shall be her power as well. Okay, that's smart. So even though she was pretty poor after doling out money to all her subjects, she actually hadn't lost anything since the whole kingdom belonged to her. Okay, she chose to empower her nation rather than herself. I think she was really onto something. A nation can't grow by the hand of one person alone on one set of values, true. You need many working together to make it as rich and beautiful as it can be. Gloucester here might be a little twisted, but it's still a prime example of what I'm talking about. That's why my duty is to claim Camelot's throne for myself and unify all of Britain. It would have been a lot easier if Morgan had named me her successor, but instead, she chose Tristan, right? So, as long as the whack job's around, what choice do I have but to take it by force? I couldn't believe my ears. She talked about seizing Camelot's throne with the same nonchalance as someone talking about going out for a walk. As far as I'm concerned, she was already a great queen at that point. Even as she talked about what the last queen wanted, she still chose to be her successor. She spoke of her ambitions greedily, selfishly, and without a hint of shame or concern as to what anyone else might think. Yeah, she is, I guess you could say, like a, like the conqueror version of a king. You know, how there's a lot of different ways a king can be. And she's like the greedy, like the conqueror, that version of a king. That's the Knocknaria I knew, the most hardworking fairy in all of Britain. Like I said, this reminds me of the whole Fate Zero scene again. Like where the three, in the Banquet of the Kings, the three characters present, Arthur, Iskander, and Gilgamesh, three of them were their own versions of their king. Arthur Pendragon was a saint or a martyr, while Iskander was a conqueror, a warrior, while Gilgamesh was more of a like a selfish, like everything belongs to me, that type of king. Like different versions of kingship, and the different consequences that each faced, you know. So yeah, like Nocturnary is more like the Iskandar version. That's one hell of a purpose, but are you sure it's okay to tell me that? I mean, you're talking about revolting against the queen, right? Oh, are you going to report me? You can even do that if you wanted to. Could you even do that if you wanted to? Especially when you're practically radiating death to all the clans' energy yourself. Am I? You are. I know I'm something else, but you're pretty impressive in your own right, you know that. You see yourself as being apart from every other fairy out there, right? Hell, you're everything about you. Everything about you is out of the ordinary. I'm not talking about the kind of lower class and upper class distinctions that Morgan chose. No, in your case, it feels more like you're an entirely different kind of being altogether. Wow, she just guessed it. Basically, you're looking down at every fairy in Britain. Are you nuts? I'm the one who's looked down upon. That's it. That's the spirit. Being reasonable is all well and good, but pieces of you will die if you take it too far like I did. Are you saying you're dead on the inside? Not Maria, even though you're so well brazen? Oh wait, I get it. It's the other way around. You're brazen because you're dead, like the Darlington zombie incident. Wow. Don't be ridiculous. Yo! Ow, stop that! There's no need for violence. That was just an example, or rather, that all happened a long time ago. I saw you apologizing to that fairy you were with in the hall earlier. Was that your village's leader or something? No, forget that. It doesn't matter. The point is, you keep apologizing, saying you were sorry you're so weak and promising to try your best next time, right? Well, cut it out. At least when I'm within earshot, hearing that crap really pisses me off. What's wrong with being weak? Who gets hurt if you can't do it? You're the only one who's going to get upset about you being weak, and it's not the other fairies who will be doing their best next time. I guess she's right, in a way. Of course, it's natural to have regrets over failures, mistakes, overeating, and so on. But never ever apologize just for being weak. There's no greater waste of time. And just so you know, I'm not telling you this because I feel sorry for you. I'm mad because apologizing for your weakness doesn't help anyone, least of all yourself. With that kind of power, you should be holding your head high and fighting for what you yourself want. You're a real fiery fairy deep down, right? Like a dragon pretending to be a house cat? So quit worrying about what everyone else thinks of you and sink those fangs into your dreams. Because believe me, there are plenty of people out there who doesn't have the power to even do that. True. Those words were what really astonished me. She was born into luxury with incredible power at her disposal, but despite that, or maybe because of it, she also understood exactly how much she and her fellow fairies were truly blessed. Easy for you to say when you're not the one who will have to live with the consequences. Alright then, if you're going to lecture me about dreams, what about yours? You probably already sunk your fangs into them, but still. My dream? You need to ask. It's romance. When I find someone who rocks me to my core, our romance is going to rock the whole damn kingdom to its foundation. Are you crazy? Besides, that's no dream, that's reality. I mean, you must have had a lover for ages now, right? Well, that's just it. I don't. Hold it, you just laughed at me in your head, didn't you? Don't get me wrong, I'm not lacking opportunities. I could have anyone in Edinburgh if I wanted. Right, of course. How could you not, when you're so pretty? But then, why aren't you dating anyone? I guess it's my way of setting myself apart from the last queen. Yeah, because she doesn't want to, go in that path, I guess. And not because she doesn't like it, but because she's fearful of, like I said, humans' lifespans and their fragility being a big reason for, you know how depriving yourself of the thing you want most lights a figurative fire in your belly? Oh wait, because of that? Okay, I see. Well, I'm going to use that fire to claim the throne. Okay, never mind. Scratch that, what I said. It's completely opposite to what I was thinking. I'm going to use that fire to claim that throne and save my romance after I'm king of Britain. It was so ridiculous I couldn't help but laugh. She didn't even realize that she had her purpose and her dream completely mixed up. Wow. She didn't want to become king so that she can have romance. She just wanted the romance and felt like she had to get her predecessor's wish out of the way by becoming king to do it. What's so funny? What's your dream then, huh? Is it that much better than mine? I guess mine's not too far off. I want to try walking around the city as an upper-class fairy. I want to be proud and stylish like you are. I can only imagine how great that might feel. I remember thinking, I wouldn't mind have her for a rival. I'd had to go without a lot of things in my life, but at least in terms of someone to compete with, it looks like I got everything I could have asked for. Yeah, that's true. You idiot! That isn't pride. This is fashion. I don't mind helping you with the side of things, but that's not what a real dream is. Anyway, first we need to see who can put down the burdens we are carrying the soonest. Should we see who gets there first? That night, I took in the same night sky as my incredible friend, a fairy who spoke of her dreams with pride and nobility. She called her friend. I thought I'd seal that horrid memory away. Looks like you got a small concussion. Why are you all looking at me like that? Did I miss on something fun or... Oh, that's right, I remember now. I took a direct hit from the chocolate. How dare that thing revolt against its creator? Come on everyone, let's smash that thing and eat it up like the sweet treat it was supposed to be. I guess you really were just knocked out a bit. Have pleasant dreams since it seems you were up all night? No, I didn't. And I wasn't up all night either. I slept. Great, if you must know. Now do you give in or what? Yes, I give in. You won the mop match fair and square. Lucky for you, the judge made her decision before all the spectators ran for their lives. Well, obviously. As promised, I'll let the child of prophecy command my forces and I'll go with whatever you tell me to. I look forward to seeing what you're capable of. Yay. Are you feeling okay, Nocturia? Did you eat something that you didn't agree with you? She's talking about the alliance, yeah. Oh, right. Still, are you sure you're still sure about this? I mean, given what a horrible mess this turned out to be, it really doesn't feel like I won. Well, you know. Oh good, so you do see what a mess this was. I'm glad to know you still have the semblance of a rational thought left in that thick skull. Anyway, while it's obvious I would win a rematch, we don't have any more time to waste. Especially since the Queen's probably known you were in Edinburgh since last night. Oh no, is she like going to attack us or something now? And once she realizes we're teaming up, she's going to assemble all her forces scattered in Camelot. So we need to take her down before that happens. Are you ready to do this, Artoria? Need to hurry back to the south, ring Oxford's bell, then bring the Round Table army and any other troops you can gather to my camp. In the meantime, I'll have my forces march to Camelot's main gate. But I thought you said you never joined forces with the Round Table army. I just don't want to see them dying in front of me. I can't ensure their safety since they can't join my clan. Yeah, there you go. But I will admit that human knights, Percival included, are a good match for the Queen's knights. My subjects certainly can't use more poisoned weapons. So I suppose I can make an exception, especially since I've been told humans aren't as fragile as I believe. Isn't that right, Fujimaru? Well, how nice to see you two became friends while I was up all night learning how to make chocolate. By the way, Nocturia, do you still remember that night in Gloucester? Of course I do. What do you take me for, a fool? At any rate, you have my word that the Northern Fairies will fight beside the Child of Prophecy. Now get going, we don't have all time to spare. Okay, that's fair. I was the one who rang Orkney's bell. Fujimaru, Marsh, Da Vinci, Muramasa, Habitat, Retra, and Grimmer. Please pack your bags as soon as you can. We need to hurry to Oxford. No, I'm gonna stay put here. You need someone to coordinate communications between you and the North, right? Oh yeah, that'll help, since he knows Rune Magecraft, you know. Runic Magecraft. Besides, it looks like these guys don't have a mage of their own. So I'm gonna teach them some basics they'll need to know when going up against Morgan. You will? Well, as long as you can be useful, that's fine with me. Don't you worry, I'm going to inscribe runes on as many as your soldiers' shields as I can. There you go. Morgan spells pack a serious wallop, so we gotta make sure they can take at least one hit from them. Okay, I'll make you my official court mage and technician then. This is great, now I'm really starting to feel like a queen. Well, see you later, Artoria, Fujimaru. I would have liked to show you around Edinburgh, but that'll have to wait until another day. Next time we meet, it'll be on the battlefield. Let's make sure we are both dressed to kill. Okay. Alright, I'm going to end it here. What? These sections are so huge. I think I completed like 3 or like 4 arrows. It took me 1.5 hours for that. 4 arrows I completed. 1.5 hours. Oh my god. Alright, that is it. I am going to end it here. And yeah, alliance has been made. We are going towards Oxford, yes, to ring the bell, and then we'll be going and meeting Knocknoria's army and attacking Camelot. So wait, next is the Northern Plains. Okay, so yeah, I'll be continuing this tomorrow, and yes, so we get to see you know, like Knocknoria's whole like situation and the reason why she hates humans. Obviously she doesn't hate humans, but she is more, at first I thought she's like afraid. I guess that is also a part of it. Like she said, she doesn't want the humans to die. That's why she acts like this. And you know, like she has made it in her mind that unless and until she captures Camelot, she's not going to interact with humans because she's fearful of them dying. So unless and until she becomes a queen, she's not going to do any of that thing. So, and that also makes her keeping, like she said, it lights a fire inside of me to go towards my goal and work towards my goal. So that is her whole deal. You know, like it's not that she hates humans, but she's just afraid of the fact that humans' fragility and their time span, their lifespan is so short that, you know, they might not be able to survive. So they don't want to involve them in this war. And yeah, because it is true, I've always, like, I haven't really thought about it, but it just came to my head today while reading this section. Like, I was like, why do Mab or, like, you know, the Northern Fairies hate humans? Because it is told that they are the ones who interacted with humans normally and kind of, like, you know, like, looked at them as their equals, unlike the Southern Fairies. So why does this happen suddenly? It's contradictory. So there you go, that has answered my question. And yeah, there you go, that is it. That is my gameplay for Lostbelt 6. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button and subscribe if you're new to the channel, or you haven't subscribed. Comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know. I'll check them out. And yeah, that is it. Thank you for watching, guys. I will see you guys tomorrow with another video on Lostbelt 6. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.